Welcome back to Strictly Money. Well, the holiday season is often synonymous with splurging on gifts and food, maybe even travel. But if you take a bit of time out to plan your finances before we say goodbye to 2021, there are some strategies that can help you save money. Joining me now with his tax and year-end financial tips is Brian Quinlan. He's a partner with Campbell Lawless Chartered Professional Accountants. Hi, Brian. Great to have you on.
Great to be here. Great. Thanks for having me.
So let's just start off and kick things off, because there's a laundry list of things that people should at least think about as we close out the year. Let's start off with investors. What are some of the things that they can do to think about minimizing taxes?
They're probably the biggest one that have some things to do at year end. Again, the big comment now in late November and December, as we're in now, is tax loss selling.
Yeah.
Which means if you do have some securities that you've kind of given up on, and you've got, it might make sense to sell those now so they clear the stock exchange before the end of 2021 and not into 2022. So the capital loss you will have to offset other capital gains you've incurred in the year already. So better to sell now than say the first week of January, because that loss can be used. So that would be the main thing for investors is something you don't like, sell it now as opposed to in January.
Sell it now. And there's a rule, right? You can't buy the same asset back for at least 30 days.
That's right. If you do sell something at a loss, but you do like that stock, let's say, you have to wait at least 30 days to buy it back, or the loss really is nullified. So if you kind of do like something, but you want to trigger the loss, you can do it. You do it now, but wait 30 days to buy it back if you think it's going to go back up, kind of thing. So you're right. So you've got to wait 30 days before you buy the same security back, or the loss will be denied.
Okay. What about TFSAs? So the contribution deadline for this year is obviously December 31st.
Yes.
Brian, does it really matter, especially when contributions are after tax and you can carry forward the room anyway?
Right. There really is no TFSA deadline per se.
Yeah.
So you don't have to hurry out. I'm more focused on people in early January making their 2022 contribution. We all earn another $6,000 of contribution room. So that would be something to focus in on. January is bumping up your TFSA by $6,000 kind of thing. But there's certainly no hurry to go out and contribute. And also I caution that. People sometimes will contribute at the end of the year, but they've taken some money out already. So they could be over contributing if you take out and put it in the same year. So be very, very careful. And if unsure, just wait to January to kind of catch up from old contribution rooms and to make your new ones. That's probably the safest bet. Again, there's no hurry. As you note, it's not part of your tax return. There's no tax deduction for it. So whether you do it now or in the first week of January, doesn't really matter.
Okay, that's a good point. What about parents who invest in RESPs, or registered education savings plans? Now, if they want the grant, am I correct that they have to contribute by December 31st?
Again, the grant, that's not a super hard deadline. The grant is always there with a 1 year carry forward as well. So there's no super hurry to go and make that. Obviously, make it now, get the money growing tax deferred as soon as possible. So it would make sense to do it now, but not a really super hurry to do that before the end of the year.
Okay. We had Jacob O'Connor on just earlier from Canada Helps talking about charitable donations. And obviously, if you donate to a registered charity, there's a tax credit. Can you explain how that works?
Definitely. That's something you do want to make before year end. If you have charity donations to make, again, better to make them now in December than in January to get the tax credit this year. Depending on overall, once you've contributed over $200, the tax break you get from a charity donation is quite good, almost 50%. So there is quite a tax write-off for that. So many people may say, well, I don't have any money right now with the holidays coming and Christmas shopping and maybe some, I don't know if they're traveling with COVID or not, but you certainly can put it on your credit card. Now, I'm not saying go in debt to make a charitable donation, but if you put the money on your credit card now, it's recorded in December, and maybe pay your credit card bill off right in January, then you still get the credit for 2021. That's what I would suggest you do. And again, also, sorry, I was going to say, if anyway you're cash poor, the best bet is if you have some securities to give the securities to the charity. Sorry, that's right. So give the securities away, public company shares. You can give those away in kind. The capital gain becomes tax free. but you still have a tax donation for whatever the market value was of those securities at the time. So definitely, if you have securities, I look at those first versus definitely don't want to sell them and then distribute the money to the charity. Just give the charity the securities themselves.
Yeah,
Sure.
Brian, it was so interesting because the trend is donation of securities is up 52%. So very interesting.
Great.
We're going to
Okay.
take a quick break and we'll continue this conversation when we come back.
Great. Thank you.